Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling a real maritime mystery. It's one of those stories that sounds like a legend, but it's apparently true.
Absolutely. A story that, well, makes you think.
Hmm.
And for those who've tried to investigate it directly, let's just say they haven't always come back with easy answers.
Exactly. So, this deep dive focuses on one really compelling account, a detailed narrative about an unsolved enigma that's frankly haunted the ocean for years now.
Hmm.
Our mission today, it's to unpack the disappearance of a commercial fishing vessel back in 2011, the Sea Life 897.
But it's not just about the vanishing, is it?
No, not at all. It's about its strange, persistent, almost eerie presence years after it disappeared.
Right, the way it seems to just linger.
We'll get into the details, the attempts to find it, the really unsettling questions it leaves behind. We're aiming to pull out the key nuggets from this account for you.
A shortcut, basically, to understanding this whole unsettling maritime puzzle.
Yeah, get ready for some hopefully aha moments and maybe some facts that make you go, wait, what?
Definitely some of those.
Okay, so let's dive in. The story starts in 2011. The ship is the Sea Life 897, a commercial fishing vessel.
And it was on what seemed like a standard run, leaving the West Coast, heading out into the Pacific. There were 7 crew members on board.
So it looked like just another trip until it wasn't.
Hmm.
And the source we're looking at shares what's claimed to be the last message from the captain.
Feel it?
Well, it's chilling.
Yeah, the description is unnerving. The voice was apparently calm, but the words, "The ocean is not cold. Something is getting cold inside."
Wow. And that was it? The last anyone heard?
That was the last human communication recorded from the Sea Life 897.
And the ship.
It never returned. Vanished. For
Huh?
7 days, just silence.
Okay, 7 days. Then the Coast Guard gets involved, right? They launch a search.
They did, and this is where it gets really strange, even for a disappearance.
How so?
The Sea Life 897 actually popped up on radar.
Ugh.
A single pulse.
So they found it.
No. That's the thing. They went to the exact coordinates shown by that radar pulse.
Yeah.
Nothing. Just open sea. Empty ocean.
Wait, how does that work? How can radar see something that isn't there? What does that even mean?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? A typical radar ping needs a physical object. This wasn't just interference. It was a clear, strong, single return.
Like a ghost image.
Pretty much. Some researchers call it a ghost signature. It registered, then ceased to exist upon investigation. It really challenges how we think radar works, suggesting maybe something briefly occupied that space or left a signature without being solid.
That's baffling. And what happened next? Was this all over the news?
You'd think so, right? Ship vanishes, ghost radar signal.
Yeah.
But no. The source says the story was largely suppressed.
Suppressed. Why?
Good question. Usually a missing vessel gets huge coverage. Here it seems like there was an effort to minimize publicity. It just sort of faded from the news.
Which suggests maybe the authorities thought it wasn't just missing. Maybe something weirder they didn't want public.
That's certainly the implication in the source material. Something unsettling enough to keep quiet.
But these kinds of mysteries, they have a way of surfacing again, don't they?
They often do. And that brings us to Leslie, a YouTuber.
Ah, the modern investigator.
Exactly. Leslie ran channels focused on marine research, things like that. And this story, the Sea Life 897, it just grabbed them. They couldn't let it go.
Felt there was more to it than the official non-story.
Absolutely. Leslie became really determined. Decided they were going to find the Sea Life 897, even though the official search found nothing but that phantom blip.
That takes some serious conviction.
It really does. So Leslie got some friends together, chartered a boat, and set out. Following the original route the Sea Life 897 was supposed to have taken.
Wow. Heading right into the heart of the mystery.
You could say that. And one night out there, things got strange. Really strange.
What happened?
Their equipment picked up something. The source calls it a silent signal on their radar.
Silent signal. What did it show?
It displayed a message. Just 897 return.
897, the ship's number. But a silent signal. Not like a normal ship's transponder.
Exactly. It wasn't AIS, the standard system ships use to identify themselves. This was, according to the source, on a non-standard frequency. Almost like it was meant to bypass normal comms.
Targeted, maybe?
It felt that way to them. Inexplicable.
Okay, so they have this weird signal. Did they head towards it?
They did.
Yeah.
And as they got closer, the whole atmosphere changed.
Changed how?
The ocean just fell silent, completely still. The water was clear, but the air itself felt thick, like it stopped moving.
That sounds incredibly eerie, like the calm before something.
The source describes it as totally unnatural. No waves, no wind noise, nothing. Just this profound, unsettling quiet, like sound itself was being absorbed.
Okay, that's already creeping me out. What happened then?
Then they heard it. A voice. Seemingly out of nowhere. Disembodied.
A voice? Saying what?
It spoke to their ship, apparently. Just one clear warning. Don't go into the captain's room.
Whoa. Okay, just don't go into the captain's room. Who was speaking?
Yeah.
And why that specific warning?
That's the terrifying part, isn't it? Was it like an echo of the old crew?
Yeah.
Or something else that was now on that ship? The source definitely leans into the mystery of it. And the specific mention of the captain's room. It implies danger there. Or knowledge.
So what did Leslie do? Heed the creepy ghost voice warning?
Well, they were investigators, right? Driven. Despite the warning, despite the impossible silence and the disembodied voice, they decided to board the Sea Life 897.
They found the actual ship?
Apparently so.
There's a-
Or at least something that presented as the Sea Life 897. And they went straight for the captain's room.
Ignoring the warning. Okay, gutsy. Or maybe reckless. What did they find inside?
The room was open. And inside, a clock. Still ticking.
A ticking clock after all those years.
Ticking, yes. But here's the really unsettling part. It was stuck. Frozen on the exact month and date from 2011 when the ship first vanished.
Not just stopped, but ticking. While stuck in the past, how is that even possible?
The source speculates about it maybe being some kind of localized temporal distortion. Not just a broken clock, but time itself being weird right there. A snapshot of the moment everything went wrong.
A temporal anomaly on a ghost ship.
Okay.
Leslie must have filmed this right. Proof.
They tried. Leslie had a camera, started filming everything. The room, the clock, documenting this absolutely incredible find.
Did we get the footage?
Here's another twist. Leslie reported later that all the footage shot inside that room. It just corrupted itself, became unusable, blank.
Corrupt, like, technically, or something else.
The implication is
Yeah.
maybe something else. As if the anomaly or whatever was there didn't want to be documented, didn't want the proof getting out.
This story just keeps getting stranger. So they have no footage of the ticking time-stuck clock. What did they do then?
They decided it was time to leave, understandably. But as they were pulling away in their boat, they saw something else.
Oh no, what now?
The source says they saw a figure. A man standing.
Standing where? On the deck of the Sea Life.
No. Standing on the ocean. Just standing there on the water's surface.
Not on the water, like walking on water.
Or just standing and pointing. Pointing directly at their boat as they left.
Okay, that's not possible. Was it described as, like, a person? A ghost? What?
The description is more spectral. An impossible sight, obviously. Not a survivor, more like a presence. On the water, not in it. A final chilling image confirming this whole thing was way outside normal reality.
A guardian, maybe? Or another warning? Unbelievable. So after all that, what's the deal with the Sea Life 897 now? Is it still out there?
Physically,
No.
who knows? But electronically, yes. Even today, apparently, if you check radar in that specific area of the Pacific,
Don't tell me.
it still shows up, a little blue dot. Right where Leslie encountered it, right where the Coast Guard got that single pulse. A phantom echo on the radar where there's supposedly nothing but empty ocean.
It's still pinging after all this time.
Persistently. And that voice. The warning.
Don't go into the captain's room.
That too, apparently. The source claims it still crops up sporadically. If you monitor certain maritime frequencies in that zone, you might just hear it. A chilling little reminder.
Wow. Wow. So the ship is gone, but not gone. It leaves these digital and auditory ghosts.
Exactly. And the source material ends with one final, quite unsettling thought.
Go on.
It's directed at you, the listener, especially if you happen to be listening to this at night.
Okay.
It suggests you check your own clock.
Check my clock. Why? Is it going to be stuck on 2011?
Probably not. But it's more of a prompt, a moment to make you think. Has anything ever subtly disrupted your sense of time, your perception of reality? It connects the ship's temporal anomaly to our own lives in a way.
That is unsettling. Makes you wonder. So to sum up this whole thing, the Sea Life 897 is this incredible enigma. A ship vanishes, but leaves behind these ghostly traces, radar pings, a ticking clock stuck in the past, corrupted evidence, a spectral figure, a repeating warning.
It really pushes against everything we think we know about, well, reality, how things are supposed to work.
It absolutely does. And these kinds of unexplained stories, they're fascinating because they challenge our neat little boxes, don't they? Our precision.
Definitely. They remind us the world might be stranger, more mysterious than our current understanding allows for. Our maps of reality might still have huge blank spots marked, "Here be mysteries."
So here's the final thought for you to ponder. What does this all mean? Maybe the next time you look at an empty patch of ocean on a map, or maybe you find yourself in a place where things go suddenly unnaturally quiet.
You might just wonder what unseen things are lingering there, waiting to be found.
Or maybe waiting to warn us away from something we're not meant to disturb.